ಹಿರಿಯರ ಭಗವದ್ ಬಂಧುರೇನ all devotees. As a devotee, I respect the devotion of all of you assembled in this divine palace, Bhagavad-alaya. When we talk to Swamiji, we have many things in our mind about Nyaga. We recapitulated many things of the past. As a man, we are seeing him just how as we are, he is also like that. But who is he? What is the connection between him and us? How we are associated here? For these things, he only can answer. It is beyond our capacity to talk about these things, because the level or the bhumika is really very surprising and very astonishing too. In Bhagavata, many things we are seeing. Those rishis saw Narada, saw other gods. Krishna received many rishis. Sri Krishna I mean. And many gods too. He talked to many gods, and many gods talked to him. But where are they? Why we are not seeing? Why we are not seeing? We are seeing Vigrahas here. Lord Balaji and many great are seeking to bless us. How they are blessing, what was the process, and what was described, and what Vedas said, these things we can only give hands. And what is the life, and what was the previous life? How these lives are known for them and not by us. What is your or me previous birth? We can't even remember a week days ago instances, back instances. But how could we go back to generations? How he experienced those things? He has only to answer. We are all very interested. Instead of talking about him, many things, let him express in his own words. What is this creation? Everywhere there is beauty, there is joy, loveliness, happiness, but we are not enjoying those things. They are in. How? How it is happening to them, and how it is not, or it is not happening to us. I request the sorry on behalf of all of us, let him say some approach on these things and take us to experience the reality of this beauty of the universe and the devotional higher. Thank you very much. I am not going to describe him. He is a great man, He is always great. No doubt about it. He is great. Many things for him. It's not the time to explain that, but we want some answers. This is only the
Tala Siddheshwari Peetham in Tamil Nadu. I am very happy to come and participate in this great event. Yajna, Gita Yajna, is a very wonderful thing. Yajna is the greatest way to invoke the gods. Wherever yajna is done, the divine people will come. Number of times I have seen the angels, the Siddha Purushas, coming into the Homa area and Homa Kunda. Our people who love me, who admire me, they have told many good words about me. Sri Bhushan of Atlanta and Sri Nivasacharya, for a long time, the chief priest of Liverpool Venkateshwara temple, and who is known to me for the last 40 years. And Sundar Ramakrishna, the famous film actor, and a person of very melodious voice in Andhra Pradesh. He participated in number of functions of Bhuvanchi, the literary drama created in Andhra language, in Telugu language. He made me to remember the first Avadhanam done by me in 1957 in our India radio. Perhaps many people might not have Bharam by the time. So many remembrances. And Sri Nivasacharya has made me to remember the affair of the Janma Karma Siddhanta, the verse, the previous verse, the reverse, and so many other things. Of course, if you also meditate, if you do tapas, you also can see. As Sri Bhushan reminded, Yashat Kunkuma Varshena Mama Sirsha Balankritam Namastasyai Siddheshwari Namo Namaha. When I was going Pushpa Puja to Siddheshwari Devi in December, Margeshwar Purnima recently, the shower of Kunkuma has fallen on my head. From the skies, people were wondering what saying the puja. It's the grace of Siddheshwari. It is her will that does many things. Miracles don't happen. We may not wish it because much importance is not given to that in sadhana. But when the divine people wish, it will be done. When I came here for the first time some 20 years back to the USA, I was in one of our guests, one of our host's house. When I was meditating there, Redindiyam Janayah Purvam Pujitam Deva Vigraham Nyayarto Bhutanat Jatam Karakam Kalikam Bhaji. I was doing the Kali mantra, and suddenly I saw Red Indians doing puja, singing, dancing, some hundreds of years back. The idol which was worshipped by them came suddenly from the earth. The host requested, Master, I will give it in the puja mandir. Okay, it's all right. The divine grace of Kali, who has come to my house some time back. The deity who has descended to the earth for me 600 years back in Himalayas. Aratta Jihvam Vikatogra Damstram Suryambaram Sundara Bhishanangim Karat Vishwarangara Mundanaram Kalim Karalim Satatam Pujadi. The deity with the beauty of fierceness, terror, Bhishana Saundarya. Oh, she is very beautiful, of course, with the terror. She appeared before me in Himalaya 600 years back. She took the form of an idol then. The idol was with us for 300 years. Then, 600 years back, I was with that Vrindavan for some time. According to the remembrances, I was with the Shat Goswamis, the disciples of Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even now, if I go to Vrindavan, because I go to Vrindavan every year, I go to Kashi every year, because they are the places where I have remembered so many things of hundreds and thousands of years. The Rupa Goswami, the great monk of Vaishnava Sampradaya, when I go, he immediately calls, asks me, how are you, my dear friend? Even now, the Sanatana Goswami asks, oh, this time you have gone to the Vamshivat. There is a beautiful Vamshivat, Vatavruksha in Vrindavan. If you go there, even today, you can hear the song of the flute of Sri Krishna from the tree. If you put your ear there, on the tree, you can hear the musical sounds of Gopikas, the dancing sounds of Radha Devi, the flute sound of Sri Krishna. Even now you can hear the sounds, the music of 5,000 years back. Every time 100 people will come with me, and everybody hears. You may not be a yogi, you may not be a Siddha-Purusha, you may not be a great man. It can be heard by everybody and anybody. Because the eternal sound, the divine sound, is preserved there in Vrindavan even today. The great Sanatana Goswami, 600 years back, first detected it. And he told his disciples, now, everybody in Vrindavan knows it. If you go to Vrindavan, go to Vrindavan. See the grace of Radha and Krishna. Brajadhama Vadamayurim Raval Gramavatar Sukumarim Chaye Gaur Kishorim Shri Radha Nama Divya Chinnarim. I love Vrindavan. I was there 5,000 years back, 3,000 years back, 600 years back, and recently also. Radha Devi is my divine mother, who gave me the great boon of many things, many Siddha powers. Krishna is the great God, who at any time he appears before me. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. And like that, I had an attachment with Vrindavan for a long time. And with Kashi. The Bhairava is always kind towards me. He has given me many things more than my wants. He helped to make alive, healthy to so many people. And Kali, the Divine Mother of Kamakhya, whom I have worshipped 5,000 years back, she is always with me. She came in my place Guttur, where I have lived more than 70 years. When all people are seeing like this, when we are praying, she came, that idol came from the skies. At least 100 people stand evidence. An idol, a stone idol, a Krishna Shila Vigraha, which even 5 to 6 people cannot carry. It has come and she is installed, and the pujas are being done today in the temple. Kali Mata is the Divine Mother. Mother of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Mother of Trailinga Swami, Mother of Naga Mahashaya, and so on, many people. She showered grace on them. In general, we speak about the Adhyatmika Marga, the Bhagavad Sadhana, and so many things. We speak about philosophy, about Advaita, Dvaita, Visishtadvaita, Shivadvaita, Shakadvaita, and so many things. Of course, you may be convinced, but one small divine experience will give more effect than 1,000 lectures and 1,000 books. But that experience will not come easily. Unless you are intended for that, the time must come. Many people come to me, Swamiji, I am doing sadhana for the last 30 years, 40 years. I am doing japa, I am doing puja, but I am not able to get any divine experience. I am not able to see anything, to hear anything. It's all right, the time will come. But you must do a severe sadhana, a tevra sadhana. How much time are you spending for the divine sadhana? Oh. Nowadays, everybody's life is a running race. Morning, start early, go to the office. You must go in the car for 1 hour or 2 hours. Working heavily there, coming in the night. Swamiji, where is time for us to do meditation? Where is time for us to do japa? To chant the mantra. Of course, where there is a will, there is a way. While going in the car, you can do the japa. While coming from the office, you can chant the mantra. Of course, you will not have concentration. You do it, yeah, it will have its own effect. When the Siddha Purushas intend, at some time in your life, the light may come. Not may come, but it surely comes if you want. I will give a small experience at Kurtal. Yes, some 2 years back, there's some cultural function was going on in Kurtal, our Peetham. The Speaker of the Madras Assembly was invited. He came to the function along with the Secretary of Government, a senior IAS officer. He participated in the function. When our people asked, he said, I am an atheist, I am an astika, I don't enter the temple. But I participated in the function because the local MLA pressurized me to take part. For him I have come. I have no belief in God. He said, oh, it's all right. He was given seat by my side because he is a person in power. And after some time, The IAS officer came and requested me, Swamiji, I want to take a photo of you. I said, there are so many photos. Our people will give you request in the office, any number of photos you can take. No, I will take with my camera. He said, it's all right. Yes, taken a photograph. And suddenly he said, Swamiji, what is this? I find Bhairava in the photo with you. Bhairava? Oh. He was astonished. He put it in the internet, Miracle at Kottad, what he has seen. Anybody can download it and see. Then he showed that to the minister, to the speaker. I have taken a photo like this. It seems he is a mystic man. The Swamiji's photo is wonderful. He showed it. The speaker was puzzled. He was also astonished. Yeah. While he was speaking, he said, I did not do any pranam, namaskar to Swamiji because I don't believe in religion. But now, some belief has come to me. Now I am doing namaskar to him. He said, it's all right. You do not know what punyam he has done. The Divine Mother has something grace towards him. We do not know the reason. We may not know. But the time has come for him for some change. The time will come for anybody. But you must do sadhana. You must make yourself prepared to get the divine grace. You must qualify yourself to get the divine grace. So, the remembrances wherefrom you have come, as Jagadguru Shankaracharya says, Kasvam koham kuta ayataha tatvam chintayatati bhrataha. Who are you? Who am I? Where from you have come? Where from? Shankaracharya says, human bodies at some time or other should go. But it is said that Shankaracharya is still with his physical body from the 8th century. Recently, the great mystic person, Mantravedta Narayana Datta Srimali, has gone to the Himalayas and the secret place of Siddhashram. There he could see Shankaracharya with the physical body. The Trilinga Swami, the Telugu saint, who lived for 300 years from the period of the Mughals to the English people, which is officially recorded, he is still there in Siddhashram. Siddhashram is a very secret place which is not known to anybody. Only persons who are intended or who are permitted by the Siddha Yogis, the Siddhashram saints, they only can enter into that place. They only will be permitted to go to that place. A very few people are permitted. It is such a secret place. Of course, saints will go. The Sripada Srivallabha, who is an avatar of Dattatreya, he has gone and he took bath, Divya Snanam in the Spatika Saras, the crystal pond there. At the age of 16 he has gone, and that age remained. You never get old age if you are permitted to the Siddhashram. There is the great Swami Sachidananda of 10,000 years. Narayana Datta, Srimadi has gone there, and at his feet he learned the mysticism. There is the great Vishuddhananda who lived in recent times in Kashi a few years back. He went to the Jnanganj, one of the places in Siddhashram. His guru was Mahatapa, who is of 3,000 years age. They are still there. Recently, when I have gone for tour in Mansa Sarovar and Kailas Parvat places, I was given the opportunity to meet a few people war from hundreds and thousands of years. One person said by name Jin Yang, whose Sanskrit name is Kaushik. He said, "My dear friend, I wanted to see you. We are close friends from hundreds of years. I am still here, but by the will of the Gurus, by the order of the Siddhashram people, you have taken a birth. I wanted to see you. From the last few years, I have gone there some years back. You are not liking to come up to Himalayas. Yes, I am an old man. I can't walk. I can't bear the cold atmosphere. Oxygen will not be there. So I don't go, I don't come there. When many of our devotees requested me, I refused a number of times. But at one time, some 4 years back, somehow I accepted. I went there. Then he said, you have come by my will. I deeply wanted to see you. We did sadhana. We did Tara sadhana here in the Dakini Shmishana. And Tara Devi was kind towards us. It is my intention, my will that brought you here. Oh, I am very happy, he said. Very happy. He said, we have done Tara sadhana here. Do you like to see Tara Devi? I said, I have seen once. Then I meditated for some time about Tara, but I will be very happy to see if you invoke her. He invoked Tara Devi. She came with the Mani Makutam and beautiful golden jewelry, a shining form. Vande Vasava Shakti Paracham Priya Bhaktam Pradar Bhaskara Raktam Papadvamsana Shaktam Trinkarana Lakila Dadharani Samuham Vidyut Bhasuda Viksha Nirdhutashirita Moham Devastri Nitalendu Jyotsna Lalita Param Megashrin Yupajivya Shrotra Kashakanadam Shaktinam Adhirajim Mayanam Adhinadham Chandam Kam Pichindim Gayam Yadbhutagatham. She appeared, she blessed. It was her grace and the effect of the friendship of that Lama, Jin Yang. Wonderful things will happen by the grace of Shiva. Every peak of Himalayas is the form of Shiva. A snow peak looks like a Shivalinga. Our people, some of our people went for the parikrama. Many people do parikrama, pradakshina for the Kailas Parvat. It takes some 48 hours or other. In the coldest atmosphere, I said, I don't come. You go and do the parikrama. They have gone. After 24 hours, a phone call has come. Swamiji, one of our persons, a woman who is nearly 45 or 50, she got a cardiac arrest from heart attack. She fell down. Shall we leave her and go? I said, is she dead? No, not dead. But we think she will pass away. She may not survive. Yet she has come with you, our disciple. No, you should not leave her. Then I said, we'll do homa for her immediately. In that snowfall, a tent was arranged. Some homakunda with bricks was constructed. Some wood pieces have been brought. And we started a fire, Agnikunda. Agnikunda, ahutis were being offered. After some 15 or 20 minutes, I could see the Bhairava in the Homakunda. Namo Bhutarajam, Namo Priyatanadham, Namo Kalakalam, Maha Shakti Rupam, Namo Bhairavam Kalika Prananatham. He smiled and blessed and disappeared. In that moment, in that minute, a big black dog came from some place to the area where our people were. That black dog went to the woman. With its mouth, he took her sari and she got up. She was all right. And then she walked the next 24 hours. The dog followed Mahashvana. Shvana Bhairava Hunkara Gajjanamu. When all these people came down from the hill and went into their cars, in that moment the dog was standing and went back into the Himalayas. And at least 150 people stand evidence for that. The deities will come, the deities will help. But we have to invoke them, we have to pray for them. I will give a small incident from the life of Vivekananda. Perhaps you have, almost all of you must have read the life of Vivekananda. He was going through a village to some place. He crossed that village, went out of the village. He was walking. On one side of the road, he saw a destructed temple. A destructed temple. The temple was destructed by the persons, cruel persons of other religions. You know, in India, hundreds and thousands of temples are destroyed. He went into the temple. There was the idol cut into pieces. Kshira Bhavani temple. He has seen. He felt very sorry. Tears came from his eyes. Then he sat in meditation. He prayed the Kshira Bhavani to appear before him. And after a few minutes, he could see her in the plane of meditation. Viveka, why did you call me? Vivekananda said, Mother, what is this? Devotees have constructed your temple and it is destructed and your idol is cut into pieces. What are you doing? Why did you not stop that destruction? He said, why should I stop? No. We constructed that you will protect us. You remove our difficulties. You give our wishes. When you cannot protect yourself, people will disbelieve. A deity which cannot protect herself, how can she protect the people? The faith will go. He said, I never asked you to construct a temple for me. Sometimes you did not ask, but we constructed, devotees constructed. After construction you are coming by the puja, by the mantra, by the naivedyam, by the yajnam, by the abhishekam, deities will come. When a destruction is being done, why did you not stop? You have to stop it. Why should I stop? We are not persons doing the Purushakara. We do not do. We give result only to the karma. Divine law is different from human law. If we begin to interfere in the affairs of the human beings, who will stand before us? By the miraculous powers which we have, we can do anything. But it's not the law of creation, law of the running of the world. For persons who have constructed the temple, they will be given punya and it affects in the swarga. If a person who has done some destruction or sin, who is sent you to the hell, he will experience the difficulties there. He will be punished. We will give the result of the karma only. we don't do karma, then what is the use of our praying if you don't do the karma? He said, we do, we interfere, but not in a very instance, not on a very occasion. When a person who can invoke us, who can call us, if he comes, if he invokes, then we come. Attracted by his tapas, attracted by his penance, we come. And then we do for him whatever he wants. Now you have invoked me. You are a dhyana yogi. You are the disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who is my best disciple. If you want, I can construct a golden temple here in 1 minute. But it is not the law, it is not the way of doing things. This is Kali Yuga, it will be going on. You should find yourself to do, to protect yourself, you must get power. Physical power and divine power. Nowadays, persons who can get divine power are not being seen. Very few people. Nobody is doing tapas. Nobody is doing meditation. Everybody in the world wants to see me. How can they see? Without tapas, without meditation, without devara sadhana, why will we appear before them? Simply because you say, I am a devotee, shall appear before him. Should we appear before him? No, it will not be done. You must do devara sadhana. You must do tapas for years and years. Your Guru has done 12 years tapas without even sleeping a minute. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So I appeared before him. I liked his tapas. I gave him the boons. I gave him the powers. That Paramahamsa has given you power. You are lucky. Of course, you are a saint from the skies, from the higher lokas. Nowadays, it is very, very bad, a very sad affair that people are not doing tapas. If persons who can invoke us, who can call us, we come and do what they want. So prepare persons who can do tapas. Of course, we know if India has got the independence, we think it has come by the satyagrahas of Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru and all the things, the movements, the udyamas. But behind the screen, in the Nepathya, there are 16 saints of Siddhashram who came to India at different places. Some people have taken the birth, some people have entered into certain bodies. They did the work and they saw that India gets independence. It is their work which has become successful. All people did not fight, all people did not participate in the satyagrahas. But some people were doing tapas, and the power of tapas was given to the movement of the independent freedom movement. Ramana Maharshi is there. He was a Sthula Shira, a saint of Siddhashram in his previous birth. He has taken birth. He did tapas. And the great Ganapati Muni, Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni, the wonderful saint of the recent times, Mahatapashvi, he said, I am seeing Sthula Shira taking a birth, but the Kumaraswami has entered into that body. Pashyami Devadattena Jnanena Tvam Muhurmuhu Brahmanyanam Varam Brahman Subramanyam Narakritim. I see the Lord Subramanya, the Murugan, the Kumaraswami in this man. He has taken 3 births. One birth is Kumarila Bhatta at the times of Shankaracharya. Pura Kumarilo Nama Bhutva Brahmana Sattamaha Dharmam Vedoditam Nadha Tvam Sustapitavanashi. When the Vedic religion was highly affected, badly affected by the Bauddha, Buddhism, then Kumarila Bhatta came and conquered. We have taken another birth in Tamil Nadu. Jaidair Vyakulite Dharme Bhagavan Dragudeshu Bhutva Tvam Jnana Sambandha Bhaktim Stapitavanashi. You have to take in the birth of Jnana Sambandha, a Shaiva Rishi, a saint, a Shaiva saint. You conquered the Jains and the Vedic religion was established. And now the third birth, Adhunatvam Mahabhaga Brahmajnanasya Guptaye Shastrajnanena Samtruptaye Niruddhasya Garodharam. Nowadays there are many people who can speak, who can give lectures, who can write books on Vedanta. But there are no persons who have really obtained the Brahmajnana. To show that a Brahmajnani will be like this, you have come to the earth, taken a birth, a real Brahmajnani. Brahma Nishtita Dasha Pradarshyanat Yuktivada Nimirasya Shantaye. Oh. Like that, the great Ramakrishna Paramahamsa who have come from the higher place. He was in previous birth, before going to the heavens, the Vyalokas. He was a saint of the Shakambhari Pitha in Himalayas. And of course, about Gandhiji also, a saint, a Siddha Purusha of the Siddhashram has entered into his physical body. He controlled his mind. By the power of that Siddhashram yogi, Mahatma Gandhi should do miracles. He could control acts and throats of people. He did satyagrahas. Everybody heard his words. They followed him. Of course, we got the independence. It is the work of the Siddha yogis of Siddhashram. And in many places, in many occasions, these people will interfere whenever there is a necessity. Siddhashram is such a kendra. Many people from foreign countries, from England, from Britain, from France, from Germany, from America, they have spent thousands and lakhs of dollars to search for Siddhashram. But nobody could see it, except a few selected people like Madame Blavatsky, the founder of the Theosophical Society. She could go, she could enter to certain areas. She was permitted. In 1950s, a beautiful novel has come by James Hilton of America in Himalayas about the Himalayan ranges, about the Siddhashram. The name is Last Horizon. Last Horizon was a beautiful novel. An American youth wanted to see the Siddhashram. He went to the Himalayas, as the novel describes. He searched and searched. He went to Haridwar, he went to Badari, he went to Kedar, he went to Amarnath, so many places. After some time he was going in the Himalayas. At a certain stage, he could not find the way. When he looked back, there was nothing except snowfall. He could not find where from he has come and what the way. Oh, he was in despair. Where to go? How to go? I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am tired of walking. Then, suddenly, at a distance, a young girl was seen. A girl of some 16 years was seen. She came to him. Who are you and what are you doing here? I came with this purpose. I do not know where I am. I do not know where to go. I am thirsty. I am tired. Oh, it's all right. You come with me. She took him to a village. There were a few cottages. A few persons were there. Hospitality was there. Food was given. After he was happy, he was all right. Then he asked, what is this place? I could not see this village in our maps. I brought all the area maps of Himalayas. I could not see this. Where is this? Where is this village? No, you cannot know it. Nobody knows it. This is a part of Shangri-La. In Tibet, in Sanskrit it is Siddhashram. In Tibetan language it is called Shangri-La. This is Shangri-La. Oh, Shangri-La. Some persons call it Fimeco. Oh, Shangri-La, what is this? This is a place, you see in this village, nobody is old. Nobody will become an old person. Everybody is in youth, young age. But do you know what is the age of these persons? I do not know what is your age. You look like 16 years. I am only 900 years old. Here the persons of 2000 years, 3000 years, 5000 years. How is it possible? It is possible here. It is possible here. Oh, no old age, no death. If I will be here, I will also become like that. Yes, if you are permitted. You request the elder people. He requested. It's all right. Let us see for a few days. After a few days, he began to remember his town in America. So what is my people? What are my people doing? My father, my mother, so many people. Of course, he was unmarried. I want to see them. Then he requested them. I will go back to America once, settle all my affairs, and inform my people that I am not dead. I am going to Himalayas, and I will return back. It's all right, your fate. You can go, they said. He returned to America. He settled all his affairs. He again went to Himalayas, but he lost the way. He could not see again. There ends that story. The lost horizon. It was, a film was taken, and it was a world hit in those days of 1950s. President Roosevelt has seen that cinema. He read that novel. Oh, he was highly attracted by it. He named his bungalow where he lives as President of America. He put Shangri-La. In some of his orders, it is seen as quoted by the people. I am issuing these orders from Shangri-La. He is not such a fancy for that word. He liked that. He sanctioned money for another search also. Such places are there in Himalayas. It's not only one village. There are so many places like that. The places of Saivas, the places of Vaishnavas, the places of Kshatriyas, the place of Bauddhas, Jainas, even the Rishabhanatha, the first Tirthankara, the founder of the Jain religion. He is supposed, according to the Jain scriptures, that he went to the Siddhashram, and there he was there. He is still supposed to be there. And for Vaishnavas, there was one place selected by the Uddhava. After Krishna Niryana, devotees of Krishna went to Uddhava. Bhagavan has left his physical body. How to see him again? How to do tapas? How to do Krishna tapas? How to meditate? And what is the best place where we can attain Siddhi very quickly? Many people will be doing sadhana in their houses or homes, and it's not much effective. If you go to a temple, because of the wonderful vibrations, the divine vibrations, you will get quick power, quick grace. If you go to a Mahakshetra, a Kashi, a Vrindavan, Himalayas, there you get very quick results. Uddhava said, I am selecting a particular place here in the Siddhashram area. Any Krishna Bhakta, any devotee of Krishna can come here, do meditate here. He will quickly get the darshan of Krishna and Radha. That place also is not known to many people today. The Divine Mother Radha Devi lived in a physical body of the daughter of Vrishabhan Maharaja for some time, for some 10 years. And after she left that body, the Radha Devi, the name, the physical body with Radha Devi, the daughter of Vrishabhan Maharaja, she lived for 120 years. And she said, now the Lord Krishna has gone to Mathura. The Lord Radha Devi has left my physical body. So I do not be here. I don't marry any person. I will go to the Himalayas. I will go to Siddhashram. So she went to Siddhashram, and the rest of her life he did tapas there. According to the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, she did tapas for more than 100 years at Siddhashram. In a cave, she left the physical body. And the Bhagavan Dattatreya Maharshi has constructed or created a golden idol for Radha Devi in that cave, which is known to very few people. Nobody could go and see it. In the Himalayan caves of Kailasa mountain. Such places are there in Himalayas. The sacred places where Shiva even today exists, where the Lord Krishna, Radha Devi, and so many saints, all the great saints in the Puranas, many persons like Agastya, like Vasishtha, they are all there, the Angirasa. And of course, in the coming days, these 3 or 4 days, I will try, because we are doing Gita Yajna, I will narrate some of the secrets of the Krishna, the Gita Acharya. But today, the expected time is coming to a close. So, Narayana, Narayana.